The world around us is changing.
This last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny.
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about.
They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
What's up guys, Putty here and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode we got to the Boomers, the Boomer and Nellis Air Force Base area. And in this episode we're going to be doing a couple of things, one of which is, of course, helping out the Boomers. But the first of which is going to be talking to George up here.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it through alive, let alone manage a return trip.
I believe you said you would double my money?
Yep. Here are your caps.
Make it 700 caps or I'll tell the Boomers to adjust their trajectory.
You drive a hard bargain. Here you go. Have a nice day.
Thanks, George. It's good of you. Anyway, we're also going to be going off and reuniting with an old friend. Some of you astute viewers may have noticed that Veronica is not with us. There is a reason for that. We're up here in Outer Vegas, and there is somebody who lives out here that we may know, and I'd like to pay him a visit. So we just need to head a little bit further south. South? Shouldn't be heading south. Yeah, we should. Right, should be. South is fine. Southeast, but mainly south. And we need to be heading south, southeast, and towards a certain location, which is there on my compass. The wind is blowing. There's also a friendly. Oh, I remember what that friendly is. That is not the old friend I'm talking about. That is just simply a pet. We'll have a look now when we get to the area. God, it's dark with this weather mod installed. If we climb these cliffs, at the top of them is... Do you see that? There's a shack there. Here is a very weak Brahmin. And Raoul's shack. Anybody remember who Raoul is? I certainly do. He's the old school ghoul.
Oh, it's you. You need something repaired or something?
Actually, do you want to come tag along with me?
Anything's better than staying here. Let's go.
So, Raoul's back in the gang. Let's give him something cool to fire.
I'm sure you'll be fair and equitable, boss.
You give me way too much credit. How about... He's good with guns, though. So, according to the stats, he should actually be good with the Gobi campaign rifle, but... just doesn't fit his style. And I guess it's the best thing we have right now. He's wearing the cap. Oh, for a second there, he was wearing the sniper rifle on his hip. You look good with that, Raoul. How many sunset? Oh, you do have a doctor's bag. Were you planning on ODing in here, Raoul? You have drugs, but you don't have simple soda. Bastard. Oh, guns and bullets. Look at that, I almost missed that. Unique, not unique, a skill book that increases. What else? What else? Come on now. Your guns. Oh, and look at the New Vegas. See, it was actually looking really bad with the mods installed. Oh no. Oh no, that wasn't even turned on. Are you kidding me? Okay, whatever. Okay, we're going to be heading back up to Boomer territory and talking to them a little bit more about their problems, because they seem to have a lot of them. First place I want to visit is... Ooh, before I do, there's one thing we should be... Oh. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up. There's one thing we should be checking in the ruins of the howitzer fields. If we just come a little bit up from the Boomer territory, down here there is a crater. This is not that crater. There is a crater here, but there is another crater around here somewhere. If I can bloody remember where it is. This is actually quite important, so I am going to look around for it. Oh, here it is. There's a crater right here. There's the main gate. There's the crater. And it's another Brotherhood of Steel Paladin with yet another mission holotape. And some more T-51D power armor. Oh, and here's another Paladin with T-51B, sorry. And yeah. Next time we see Veronica, we'll have to repair this power armor for her. This is Brotherhood branded, by the way, which means if you can somehow use power armor right now, I would warn you that wearing that power armor does make you a member of the Brotherhood. I believe the NCR fires on sight against Brotherhood members, so be careful. Be very, very careful. So, yeah. Just head up there. Those mission holotapes, by the way, I didn't read the other one yet. Those mission holotapes are important for a mission later, and I'll be reading all of the holotapes when we get that mission, because I think that's probably the best course of action.
Sorry, I've got work to take care of.
Okay, that was weird. So, the first thing I want to do is... Have we seriously not discovered the barracks? Oh. Wait. I'm sure there was like a barracks waypoint, fast travel marker. I guess I was wrong. That's really weird. So yeah, we're gonna head up. The first thing I want to do is visit the infirmary, because I like that there is a couple of points in the game where you are given a bunch of patients that you can diagnose using medicine. And I know you don't actually diagnose them, but I love the little flavor text they have. It makes me feel like Dr. House, and I like that. So we're gonna be heading over here to the barracks and over to the medical bay, because I really like the flavor text that they give you when you are fixing up patients in like the NCR area, Camp Forlorn Hope that we went to before, and where else have we fixed patients up? There's one area that we haven't been to yet where you have to fix some patients up, and yeah, I really like the idea of that. This is the schoolhouse, and over here is the medical station, sorry. Argyle, what's up?
I know Mother Prole is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to.
I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training?
I have extensive medical knowledge. Let's see what I can do.
If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good.
Okay. Injured Boomer. This man appears to be severely injured. Swelling around his face and neck is interfering with his breathing. Are you sure you want to treat him? Medicine 60 or higher required. I'm pretty sure I have 60 medicine. Let me just make sure. 82. Okay. Treat the patient. After carefully considering the treatment options, you realize the patient is merely having a strong allergic reaction. By cleaning all wounds of ant venom and administering a steroid compound, you reduce the swelling and the patient's breathing returns to normal.
That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you.
How coincidental that he's allergic to ant venom and he went in fighting ants. This man's leg is severely injured. It may require amputation to save him. Are you sure you want to attempt the operation? Yes. 50 medicine, by the way. Upon further examination, after cleaning the leg, you realize it can be saved. You carefully remove the existing stitches, clean the wounds thoroughly, then restitch the wounds closed using a much more effective procedure. Boomer's now liked.
I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around.
Thank you for that compliment. The man looks like he has a serious infection. Improper treatment will kill him. Would you like to treat him? Medicine 40 or higher required. With a combination of natural herbs, bandages, and some disinfectant, you are able to clean the wounds and help boost the patient's immune system enough that he will survive.
Excellent treatment. I hadn't thought of that.
I already talked to that boomer. Is there one more? No, there isn't. That is actually it.
Yes, outsider?
I finished treating your patients.
Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least.
Do you spare any medical supplies?
Sorry, friend. We really don't have a need for wasteland currency around here. We produce most of what we need.
Okay, fine. Good. I need medical treatment?
I'm afraid medications are in short supply. Maybe you should seek medical treatment away from Nellis.
Okay.
Don't get blown up.
Sorry. I guess we can't pay him in caps, so there's no real way to get treatment off him. I won't steal their supplies. They need their supplies. We won't go into the women's barracks, because that's just weird, but we will head into the schoolhouse, because I've never actually been in here before. Oh, yes, I have. Very rarely, but I have been in here in the past. Okay. Who are you?
Morning. You're interrupting class, outsider.
What?
You're interrupting class, outsider.
Oh my god. Okay, 1 second.
This cloud's walking as hell.
I don't like stupid people. That's that reason. I killed that woman. She is now dead. I have no regrets. I will take all the shit from there. Quite frankly, I'm annoyed. There's a reason why I don't come in here. Alright, that is ridiculously bad coding, I have to say. I barely see any children around here too. I think I've seen 2, a girl and Pete. Like, seriously, come on. Come on. Come on, New Vegas coders. I know your coding isn't actually fantastic. It's a lot of your writing that saves this game, but still. Come on, you can do better than that. Is it just me, or is that texture really high quality? I have a bad feeling about this. Anyway, Nell's workshop. Actually, we should go in here. I thought Loyal would be in here, since he's not. I know, I said I wasn't going to steal their medical supplies, but they don't need to advance any further. Like, seriously. These guys don't need to become any stronger. They're completely fine on that regard. Tiring, not needed. Howitzer firing mechanism. Useful for a quest later on. 1 wait. You can't get rid of it until you do that quest, so I will take it. But be wary. Combat armor. I have to take all of that. More scrap metal. If you're wondering why I'm taking scrap metal, I'm taking it for weapon repair kits. And there's some good reloading benches and workbenches in here. Can I actually make weapon repair kits now? Yeah, I can. I have more than enough skill to make weapon repair kits. And then obviously you can also distribute weapon repair kits from the Sierra Madre chip machines, and that's probably something I will be doing, but it's nice to be able to make them too. Alright, so where's... Ooh, Dean's Electronics. Got a couple of these. This is a skill magazine that increases your... Well, have a guess if you haven't... if you don't know already, it's Dean's Electronics, which increases your repair skill. Okay, better not carry around all of this combat armor. That's probably not a fantastic idea. How much is that actually worth now? 5,755 caps. Wowza. Okay. I don't like my cap. Like in the PC version of this game, caps lock is what decides whether you're sprinting or walking, and I like caps lock off to be sprinting and caps lock on to be walking. and sometimes it gets messed up when you're in the Pip-Boy, so that's why I was a little bit hesitant there. So we need to find Loyal and Raquel. Raquel, I know where she usually is. She's up on a little post thing. Nellis hangars. But also Loyal is important. Is this... What's a hangar? Go on. One of these hangars is where we'll find... Yeah, there he is. Loyal, what's up, bro?
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the two runways.
I passed through a place called Helios 1. Maybe I could find the parts there.
Are you talking about that damn bright light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? I was wondering what the hell that was. If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and charging.
Let's talk about something else.
All right. What's on your mind?
Can I get a code to use the VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
I'm genuinely interested in your people's history. What are the pods for?
Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour.
Oh yeah, I know what they are.
We dream to one day rule the skies.
Goodbye.
See ya.
What can I do for you, boss?
Never mind. I think I gotta wait. Oh.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That Loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Well, he's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that is a noble goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind, Raul?
Old history, boss. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick riders. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield. But it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
You're beautiful, Raul. It sounds pretty bad, though.
You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack, like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed, for the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Go on. What happened to Rafaela?
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
That is all you could recognize? That is awful. sorry.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I led my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
So what did you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Arizona. Well, that's one hell of a pass
So
you
you're
got
the
there.
outsider.
Okay, that's one hell of a pass that you have there, Raul. It's one of the sadder stories, actually, that you hear from a lot of characters. There are a lot of sad stories in Fallout. What you don't get to hear is characters tell their own sad stories. As you can imagine from a setting like post-apocalyptia, a lot of the characters, when bad things happen, they're already dead by the time you get there. But with Raul, he's still living, he's still having to deal with this. And that makes him one of the most compelling characters in the entire series, in my opinion. You might have noticed a trend with this LP so far. I'm calling a lot of characters some of the most compelling in the series. And that's because I genuinely believe this game has the most compelling characters in the entire series. The entire series. And that's coming from someone who does like the first two games. Loves the first two games, actually. Especially the second one. These characters have so much emotion. So much emotion. All the stories have so much emotion. And I think that is a huge part of why I like this game so much. Is because just like a lot of other games, and I'm not going to mention any of them right now because that would... I think that'd be taking away from this game, really. So many other games where you go through an emotional roller coaster as you go through the game. This game does it, and does it in such a way where you don't have to go through an emotional roller coaster. It's if you care enough, and if you want to look further into these stories, you can. And Raul is one of the best ones for it. He's such a tragic character, not only he's such a likable character. Not only is his backstory tragic, but his dialogue is funny, he's so charismatic, he's got an awesome voice actor, and he's just cool looking. Which makes him so relatable, and you get to know him, you like him, and then he tells those sad stories, and then it hits you harder. I haven't been with him long enough in this LP, I genuinely haven't, because Raul is such a fantastic character, he deserves more screen time. But there are a lot of good characters that you can have as companions, and unfortunately, often enough, when you play through New Vegas, you only stick with one or two companions. And that is why maybe a mod like the Multiple Companions mod could be useful, but I think it harms gameplay a bit too much to use it. I do like Raul. I think he's a fantastic companion. In terms of story, he's my favorite companion, without a doubt. His backstory is brilliant, and I prefer it to another sad character's backstory, which we'll be getting into later. And I do prefer Raul's. And I think one of the reasons why I prefer it is because of the voice he has. The voice actor pulls that story off so well. It is incredible how broken that voice actor sounds. And I definitely believe Raul's voice actor was chosen expertly. That is one of the biggest decisions I think they got right in this game. Anyway, on to slightly happier things with Jack. This is Loyal.
I've never seen
where's
a
Jack?
ghoul up close. Not sure I wanted to.
That's nice, Loyal. Jack, brother, what have you got to tell me?
Hey there. Back for more?
What do you do here?
Me? I work with Loyal. Mostly electronics work and robotics. Keeping the old technologies alive, right?
What can you tell me about Loyal?
Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in years. So a younger's got to learn everything he knows. That'd be me. The man knows how to fix and build just about everything that was ever made. It's not easy keeping up with him. If you help him recover the lady, I figure... Oh, I figure it's been a nice day. Yeah, a real nice day.
Recover a lady? What are you talking about?
Did I say that? Sometimes I just say stupid things. Sorry about that. Pearl will tell you when the time comes. I should really be going.
Jack.
Hey there. Back for more?
I was looking for ways to help out.
What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well, I guess you'd call it a personal matter, but, well, forget it.
I have enough scrap metal to completely decimate this quest and get a shit ton of boomer fame, but boomer fame is really easy to come by, so I'm not gonna do that. Alright, that gives you more experience, but that's a cooler piece of dialogue. So, a personal matter, eh? Handsome guy like you. I bet there's a girl involved.
You think I'm handsome? Wow. I wonder if she does too.
So tell me about this dame.
There's an outpost near here. The signs say, Crimson Caravan. It seems like they carry things to and fro for people out there. Well, every once in a while, I watch the outpost through one of the spotter's binoculars. And sometimes there's this girl there. This special girl. And sometimes it's like she's watching me back with her binoculars. Except she's probably just watching Nellis. I haven't tried waving.
Maybe I could talk to her for you. What does she look like?
Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels the same way? What if she comes here like you did? What if she gets blown up? What if she doesn't like me?
Oh my god,
geez.
dude.
I better just let you handle it. I'm better with machines. They don't make my stomach queasy like this.
I'll look into it.
That would be amazing. As in, I would thank you forever.
Good god. Note added, Jack's love story. Okay. Jack let me know there is a girl he's interested in at Crimson Caravan. He knows she has red hair, but that's all he knows. He'd like me to talk to her and see if she's interested in meeting him. Okay. Shoot. Shall we do that in this episode? Not in this episode, I mean, shall we do that next? I'm pretty sure this episode has dragged on for long enough. I'm not entirely sure of that, but I'm kinda sure. I don't really have a timer, I really should. But it feels like this episode is coming to a close, even though we haven't done anything.
I've never seen a ghoul up close.
Shut up, Loyal.
Not sure
I know, like, saying we haven't done anything is a complete insult to Raoul's story, but in terms of action, we have done basically nothing. So, whether I should end the episode here, tell you what, I'll get one more job. There's one more job you can actually get in this Valere quest, which is... Valere is an overall quest that leads to the conclusion of the Boomer story, and the first part of it is completing all these little quests. Anyway. We need to... I think this might be it, actually. No, it's not. There, that's the one. That's the marker we're looking for. Anyway, this Valera quest, if you have it selected, will show you every person in Nellis who wants your help. So if you put that quest on at the very start, you would see Pete and you would see Argyle, and they would be also marked on your map. But right now, since we did Pete and Argyle's quests, or I guess unmarked quests, we're going to be heading over to... we've talked to Loyal, we've talked to Jack. I think they're both still highlighted because we haven't completed Loyal's quest and we haven't completed Jack's either. But over here we also have Master-at-Arms herself, Raquel. So we're going to talk to her. And then we're going to end the episode off here. I know it's been a really long talking episode, but I think it's probably necessary for this quest. At least to do it in the way I like to do it. So, here we go. Let's just get up this stupid plank. I'm down to 30 FPS. Raquel, sister, what is up?
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you. These are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them.
Screw you. If I do, you'll be the first to know.
All I need is a pretext.
You hate me, don't you? Oh my god, Raquel. Seriously? You really do hate me. The light just doesn't work with you, does it?
What is it, Savage?
Mother Pearl said you had a bug problem?
Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free.
I can handle a few ants.
Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay. Just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them. Maybe you should check with him.
Maybe I'll do that in this episode. Okay. I am gonna head all the way back over to the Nellis hangars. I know. And we're gonna talk to Loyal a quick sec. Because there's something we can get before next episode. I'd like to just start next episode and go straight for the ants, so... yeah. Open door to hangar. And where is Loyal? He's there.
What is it, outsider?
Hey! Raquel said you were working on some kind of weapon to fight the giant ants?
I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency that would kill the ants.
Any signal over 22,000 hertz at 150 or more decibels should do the trick.
Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds, not exact amplitude. You're smarter than you look. Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Place it near their nest and cross your fingers. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick to your stomach.
Okay, good stuff. Alright, that is going to be it. In this episode, we listened to Raul's very, very sad story. At least, not to its conclusion. Actually, I should mention that. It's not over. There is one last thing we need to do. I think the story might be over, but the unmarked quest isn't. So, there is one more person that we need to take Raul to see. But aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed. And in the next episode, we're going to be heading over to the Nellis Array, where we're going to do 2 quests. Sunshine Boogie and Ant Misbehaving. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys then.